This starter kit was released in January 2010, and it's designed to support a full consolidation scenario for actual data in compliance with IFRS. The starter kit contains a number of pre-configured business process flows, with links to different schedules and actions that guides the user through the consolidation process. These business process flow, as Philip also said, covers the complete reporting cycle and include preparatory tasks, data entry tasks, consolidation tasks, and data retrieval through a library of reports. The business process flow for data entry will take the business user through the different steps of data collection, import or input of data into the different data input schedules, data validation, and data approval. Data is entered in a step-by-step approach, and we'll be beginning with the closing balances. In this schedule, you will enter the closing position for all accounts, including the income statement and the balance sheet. And here we have divided into 3 different tabs, starting with the profit and loss, assets, as well as the equity and liabilities. After having entered the main balances, you can enter period movements in dedicated schedules to explain the difference between opening and closing. These are the schedules that you see after the balance. We can, for instance, have a look at the financial assets to explain the breakdown by flow. The information by flow makes it possible to automatically generate key financial statements like the statement of cash flows, as well as the statement of changes in equity. When entering the analysis by flow, the user is guided by conditional formatting that show the flow account pairs that are not open for data entry. These are the grayish cells that are crossed out in the matrix. This helps avoiding submitting irrelevant data. Moreover, in the right column, you have a visual control on the net variation flow to assure an exhaustive breakdown for the flows for the accounts where it's relevant. Finally, you have for each single account, also when relevant, a link leading directly to the detailed breakdown by partner. You just have to double-click on the blue-colored IC link next to the account for which you wish to enter partner details. In this example, I've linked to the account A1810 Investment in Subsidiaries, where we can enter the breakdown of the portfolio by share. The same principle is used for the income statement accounts, where you link directly from the closing balances. That's the April schedule that we just saw before. Here we can, for instance, take a closer look at the intercompany breakdown of the revenues. Again, you just click on the IC link next to the account that you wish to analyze. It's the same schedule that we're opening up as you just saw before, but this time we use it to enter the detail by partner of intercompany operations and transactions. This information will subsequently be used in the consolidation process to trigger and keep track of the intercompany eliminations. After having entered all data in the input schedule, and in order to secure the reporting process, selected data should be checked for inconsistencies before being submitted. This is done by running the pre-configured validation controls and consulting the control reports. Let's see, for instance, how to check and correct errors by opening a dedicated control report. This report first of all summarizes all controls that have not been validated when we've run the validation controls pre-configured in the starter kit. In the starter kit, we distinguish between 2 types of controls. Blocking controls, those are the ones that you see in red, which if not validated will prevent the data entry step from being approved. And in blue, we have the non-blocking controls, which are merely visual controls to inform the business user that there are inconsistencies in the data that has been entered. The validation controls in the starter kit first of all check the different main balances. For instance, that assets equal equity and liabilities, that P&L net income equals the net income in the balance sheet, and that gross values are greater than or equal to the depreciation. For these controls, the report contains details on the dimension members, Those are the ones that you see on the left. These are the dimension members that are used in the control. And you also have links to the relevant schedules for analyzing and correcting an eventual error. Other types of controls include checking the complete breakdown by flow of assets and liabilities, and we also have a schedule for verifying that the intercompany details are equal to or lesser than the account total. Those are the controls that you see here. Whenever there's an error, you will have a visual control, and then you can go correct the error in the schedule.